good job with my review for The Northman. Just got back from the theater, and bro, yo, this movie is fucking amazing, bro. I love The Northman. I was definitely kind of interested on where I was like, because you guys know I loved The Witch. It's one of my, I would probably say it's definitely one of the best horror movies of the 2010s. The Lighthouse I also love, but no more near as much as The Witch. And then of course, my mom saw The Northman. She wasn't really all that into it, which I kind of expected from her. But as someone that obviously did watch The Witch and The Lighthouse, I was like, I'll probably end up liking this one. And I love what I saw from Chills with, I will avenge your father. I will save you, mother. I will kill you. You know, that, which, by the way, when you leave there, that will be stuck in your head for the next week. Because that shit's been living rent free in my head since I got out of the theater, and hell, even before that when I was watching the trailer, man. I will avenge your father. Love that shit, man. Seriously, fantastic. But yo, this movie is fucking amazing. And if you guys are wondering where I would kind of like rank this one amongst the other two movies that Robert Eggers has directed, I would say I like this more than The Lighthouse, more or less because this one I could actually follow the story. Because legit, The Lighthouse, once we get to like the second-ish act or whatever, the movie just starts making absolutely no goddamn sense. I'm just like, what the fuck am I even watching? But obviously the visuals and, William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson's performances are amazing in that one, though. And the movie looks incredible, man, seriously. But yeah, I would definitely say I like this more than The Lighthouse, but I would still say my favorite from his is still The Witch. The Witch, man, that movie is just built different, man. That's like peak A24 horror movie, man. Fucking amazing movie, man. Love that one. But anyway, man, this movie's awesome, and let's just jump right in. So, the movie is directed by, of course, Robert Eggers, and stars Alexander Skarsgård, my girl Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicole Kidman, my man Ethan Hawke, William Dafoe, and many more. And the plot of The Northman, Prince Amaleth, if I'm saying that right, is on the verge of becoming a man when his father is brutally murdered by his uncle, who has kidnapped the boy's mother. 2 decades later, Amaleth is now a Viking who raids Slavic villages. He soon meets a Sirius, who reminds him of his vow: save his mother, kill his uncle, avenge his father. Don't know why they don't just why this on the Google so now it doesn't say, I will avenge your father, I will save your mother, I will kill you if you're not. Just put that in there. But yeah, man, the movie is phenomenal, man. First of the cast, Alexander Skarsgård is fantastic as Amleth, if I pronounce it right. He's fantastic. My girl Anya Taylor-Joy is once again hot as fuck. Seriously, quick tangent. Y'all know me. I gotta get the something out of the way real quick. But low key, I've noticed this recently, especially when I saw this movie, and after I saw Once Upon a Time or Last Night in Soho, rather, where like she's like low key the like Liv Morgan of Hollywood for my wrestling fans out there. Because if you guys follow me on Twitter and you guys watch my wrestling videos, you guys know that back when Liv Morgan was with the Riot Squad, I did not really give her much of a second glance when she had the pink hair and the blue tongue. I just never really thought much of her for whatever reason. Just nothing about. I don't know if I was I was too. I don't know if I was just blinded by the pink hair and the blue tongue, or whatever. But I just really not thought much of Liv Morgan at the time. I didn't really think she was all that. So I didn't find her that attractive. But then after after the Bride Squad breaks up and she gets repackaged, and of course there was that god awful storyline with Rusev and Bobby Lashley and Lana and everything, and she like dyed her hair blonde or went back to blonde. I don't know if that's her natural hair color or whatever. I was like, hey yo, this girl's actually fine as hell. And then it was the same with Anya Taylor-Joy, where I saw her in like Split and Glass, didn't think much of her. Then I watched her in The Witch, and I'm like, hey yo, she is fine as hell. I don't know how that works, but I don't know why they dye their hair blonde. And that's when I really like, oh, you are actually very attractive. Don't know why. Don't know that. Just don't know if the blue hair, just the pink hair and the blue tongue just distracted me or whatever. But yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy is fine. It's a movie, and of course she's phenomenal. The movie itself, performance was absolutely incredible. Yeah, she's amazing, man. I loved her performance, and yeah, I'm always down to watch Anya Taylor-Joy. She's a phenomenal actress, and she's also nice to look at. All right, that's enough of the simping, man. That's enough of the simping. She's phenomenal. I love her. Ethan Hawke is fantastic. The handful of times we see him, he's great. William Dafoe is always a pleasure to watch, man. He's phenomenal every time he's on screen, man. And yeah, it's William Dafoe. You can never go wrong with William Dafoe, man. The rest of the cast of that was pretty solid as well. But obviously, the one thing that I think is probably the most standout thing in the whole movie is obviously the directing and the cinematography. This movie is a feast for the eyes, like legit, like The Lighthouse. This film is a fucking experience, man. Like, bro, especially because with that, like, this movie is visual stuff. There's so many amazing shots here, and just every aspect of it just looks so incredible, especially during the fights. Like, yo, the fights in this movie are fucking amazing. Like, there are very few cuts in most of them. They're long takes. I wouldn't go as they sort of like, they're not like full on Daredevil, like one take action scenes like a Daredevil, which, by the way, you guys know that Daredevil finally got confirmed to have a season 4 of sorts. Has gotten confirmed for Disney Plus, which I am excited about, but I'm obviously tempering my expectations a lot lower than if, say, this was back when Netflix was still doing them, and Netflix announced they were doing the season 4. Obviously, I'd be way more excited about it, because I know Disney Plus isn't going to be going as far as a Netflix series as season 3 did. But hey, Moon Knight turned out great, and I mentioned in my review for Moon Knight, this is the closest we'll ever to the Netflix series, so who knows, maybe with season 4 airs of Daredevil, that even if it doesn't go as far as Daredevil with like the gore and the themes and everything, I think it'll at least keep close enough to the Netflix series that I'll be satisfied enough with it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on this. The word on the street is that we're gonna see him, and of course William Whistling Fisk and Echo. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, I'm hyped, but I'm obviously keeping my expectations extremely low until we start seeing trailers, and because I have a feeling that, like I said, Disney Plus, unless they are going to plan on going as far as the Netflix series, I would expect this to be as good as season 3 was, man. So season 3, that was the difference. And now if they bring as long as they bring back the showrunners, the writers, and the directors of the Netflix series, I think the Daredevil season 4 will end up being really good. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Like I said, Moon Knight turned out to be fantastic. I love Moon Knight, so maybe there's hope for a Netflix character to keep a similar enough style and the vibe of the original Netflix series will continue on when it moves on to Disney Plus. We'll have to wait and see that. But anyway, that was hype. The fights are incredible, man. They look amazing. Cinematography is great. Like I said, longer takes, very few cuts, especially the last one, man, bro. The last fight is fucking phenomenal, man. And like I said, the directing cinematography of the movie is absolutely fucking incredible. The score I thought was also really fucking good, man. And yeah, like there's a lot of good music in this score, man. Seriously, the score is fantastic. And I overall really like the story and the plot of it. Overall, because the movie, even though this is definitely more like more of a typical revenge story, the movie kind of subverts your expectations in a couple of ways to kind of keep you on your toes, which I kind of like. I kind of like that. So yeah, like in terms of revenge story goes, this one's definitely phenomenal. And of course, the movie has so much style with the directing and cinematography, man. And the fight, I said, the fights are fucking amazing. Seriously, the fights, and like that's another thing. This movie is gory as fuck. Like legit, to my fellow bloodthirsty sick fucks out there, you will be very pleased by this movie because you want the gore. This movie gives you the gore. You see intestines, decapitations, blood splatter, the whole 9 yards, man. You see it in all of its graphic detail, man. And man, it looks amazing. Shouts to all the effects guys. They did an amazing job with the practical effects with the gore and everything. Like I said, you start to see people's intestines and shit. Like, bro, it looks fucking incredible, man. Seriously. And I already mentioned the action scenes are fantastic. Like I said, they're like also just super gory, man. When Amleth is just going hand and just cutting people's head off and decapitating them and just cutting up their intestines, and you see their intestines and shit, man. Bruh, this movie's gory as fuck, man, and I loved every second of it, man. Seriously. Another thing I loved about the movie, this also gotta go to the story. I loved how Amith is actually not. This man doesn't rush into his revenge. No. He's not just like, I'm gonna go over there and just catch. He first just wants to fuck with this guy, which I like. It kind of reminded me of the first Punisher movie from 2004 because Frank did something very similar where he was fucking with John Travolta's character, who was a villain in that movie. He was kind of fucking with him before he finally, killed him. I like that. I like that he kind of did something similar, where he was fucking with him before the final battle takes place, man. That was pretty cool, man. I love that. That was pretty cool. And, yeah. I think that my only real negative I would have with the movie is, I would say the movie does slow down a little bit. It's a little slow in a couple parts around the second act, but still nothing really that major, and I was still enthralled from the beginning. Especially the visuals in this movie is fucking great. Like, especially the time where we see, like, Valhalla. bruh. And I already mentioned how amazing the score is, man. Seriously, this movie is a fucking experience, man. Like The Lighthouse, this movie is an experience, which I love, man. Seriously, and I'm super excited for his next movie, which is going to be a remake of Nosferatu. So that's obviously going to be amazing whenever that eventually comes out. But yeah, man, this movie's fucking awesome. Definitely go out and support it, man. I mean, I think the movie's already out on digital at this point, but I would say just go. But I would say you're better off just going to the theater, man, and watching it there, man. Because trust me, it's a fucking experience, man. Seriously, this movie is absolutely incredible. It's definitely not for everyone. This is a movie that's not for everyone. My mom can attest to this. But if you're someone that did like The Witch and Lighthouse, I think you guys will be very much pleased with this one. I recommend you guys check it out. So to my Vinland Saga peeps out there, definitely check this movie out. To my AC Valhalla peeps, definitely check this movie out. And to my fellow Wool Raider peeps back when NXT was at the top of their game, man, I recommend you guys check this movie out, man. So yeah. Check out this movie if you guys are interested, especially if you love The Witch and The Lighthouse. You will love this film, man. Seriously, it's fucking incredible. But anyway, guys, that is where I'm going to end this video off. Overall, my final verdict for The Northman is going to be a 10 out of fucking 10, ladies and gentlemen. Love this movie. Super hyped for Robert's next one, Nosferatu. And yeah, man, this movie's fucking awesome. So definitely go check this movie out, especially if you love your Viking shit, man. Like, if you like it, like I said, for my Vinland Saga peeps out there, man, y'all gotta check this movie out, man. Seriously, it's fucking incredible, man. But anyway, guys, that's where I end this video off. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like. The links out Twitch box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.
You